the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here. Shaq's here. Kenny's here. Welcome to this edition of 2K Sports. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Detroit Pistons going up against the Rockets in Houston. And for Houston, they've gone 4-1 over the last 5, playing pretty well, and they're looking to build on that tonight. An intriguing matchup tonight. Two smart, experienced ball clubs. Shaq, how do you see this one playing out?
Solid execution on both sides. Each guy playing to his own strengths.
Okay. It's going to be, I think it's going to be more tactical, though, honestly. You know, if the game is played at a fast pace, that's when the benches come into play, because we'll see who has the bigger bench.
If,
You okay? You all right?
Oh.
You all right?
Man, no, I'm not.
Okay.
Oh. Kevin Harlan, take it away.
Oh, sorry, Ernie. Did it go down the wrong pipe?
Something did.
We're live, the home of the Rockets in wonderful Houston, Texas. It's the NBA, and it's live right here on 2K Sports. Our broadcast team tonight, on one side, Greg Anthony. On the other side, Steve Smith. On the sideline, David Aldridge. I'm Kevin Harlan. Taking a look at Detroit. Well, guys, at this point, while still many things can change, the record is not on par with their performance last year. Maybe a cause for concern, but something they are well aware of.
And right now, for the Pistons, they weren't part of the discussion of teams on the rise as we came into the year. And now, quite frankly, we know why. If anything, they've taken a step back.
They really have. And maybe it's not the time to close the book on their season just yet, but that time isn't far off.
And with tip-off coming up, we've got just enough time to hear from our good friend David Aldridge on the sideline. D.A., take it away.
Well, guys, we know James Harden hits that step-back three a lot, and Mike D'Antoni says most coaches would think, okay, he had a tough shot, live with it. That's some hard living. But it's one of the most lethal shots in the game. Kevin?
Yeah, with that pump fake, he can get to the free throw line too, D.A. There's just no answer. Smitty, in the early part of the schedule, teams with good continuity tend to have an edge. Some teams can't form any continuity at any time, early or late in the season.
You love those teams, and sometimes we evaluate too much by talent. And yes, talent can take you over the hump and get you a championship or get you into the playoffs. But when you have that team that's been together, when there's 80-90% of the guys returning, you know this team can get off to a good start. And then also, they usually can sustain throughout the entire year.
Tip-off goes to Houston. And now the opening lineup for Detroit. The athletic front pair is Griffin and Drummond. Jackson is out there with Kennard, and it's Robinson in at the 3 spot. A three-pointer is right on target.
It doesn't matter how a defense plays him. Harden is going to make sure that that three-point shot is a primary weapon.
Here's Kennard. Pistons passing it around. Left side Jackson. Paul with the steal. And here comes Harden leading the fast break. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And Harden finished second in MVP voting in 2017, won the MVP in 2018. A multi-talented combo guard who just seems to get better every season.
And James Harden was crowned MVP after last season. Greg, hard to argue with that selection.
Harden has had a case to win an MVP award for several years now. Finally was able to be the clear choice this past season. Another great line on what is shaping up to be a Hall-worthy resume.
First free throw is good.
And James Harden, last season's MVP, the runner-up in 2015, actually won the players' vote for MVP that season. But last season, he took home the official hardware.
Harden hits them both. And with James Harden winning the MVP in 2018, Russell Westbrook in 2017, Kevin Durant in 2014, you think a few what-ifs right now in Oklahoma City?
A few, more than that, Kevin. I mean, probably tough for them all to win MVP playing on one team. A good shot at a different trophy, though, maybe the one that starts with the name of Larry.
All up top, guarded by Jackson. Paul kicks to Harden. Good, and Paul gets the assist. And it's 8 points for James Harden.
The eyes of Chris Paul. He's always had tremendous vision.
It's Drummond, high post. Outside Robinson. Bounce pass from Drummond. A shot by Griffin. Nobody around. That one's off. Still out of sync. Down low. And the basket by Harden. Harden's got 10.
And, guys, they've come out and established a rhythm. And also their play calling has been on point.
Well, the two go hand in hand. Matching your strategy to your personnel is key.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
And after a near win, you second-guess a number of things that didn't go your way.
I think looking back on that one, it's a learning experience. We'll see if they can make some of the necessary corrections.
And Chris throws it down.
I don't know if you can do it any better on both ends than they have tonight.
It's early, but they have taken full control of this game, and the fans here, they know it.
Here's Kennard. He's coming off a 16-point game against Cleveland and taken away by Paul. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. Off the left rim and out.
Not a problem when that's your first miss of the game. Strong start.
Yep, that one goes in there.
Able to switch gears at a moment's notice. Jackson beating his man off the dribble.
Rockets have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Paul for 3, and another 3 for Houston.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Pistons trail by 13. Jackson down low, defended by Paul. And so it's Anthony bringing it up for the Houston Rockets. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Robinson against Anthony. Left side Jackson. In the corner, it's Griffin. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
No hesitation from Blake on that catch-and-shoot jumper.
Paul kicks to Chris. Passes it to Capella. Now Anthony. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Anthony's got his first points of the night.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Pass to Drummond. Back to Jackson. And Jackson throws it down hard.
And for those who criticize Drummond facilitating, I say rewatch that play. He's improving.
Anthony goes back up. No good that time. And it's Detroit the other way. Pass to Kennard. He kicks it to Jackson. Poked away. Taken away by Anthony. They get it back. And it's Capella missing. Pistons trail by 11. That's tipped. And here is Paul. A 23-point game for him in the win against Sacramento.
And not just the scoring. It was also how fierce he was on defense, grabbing 3 steals on the night as well.
Can't get it to fall, and he's missed the second after making his first. Robinson goes in. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. Robinson's got his first points of the game. Paul against Jackson. Paul kicks to Harden. The 18-footer is right on the mark.
Uh-oh, starting out in rhythm. That's 4 out of 5 he's hit, and we're only in quarter number 1. In the past, Detroit put Andre Drummond in the middle, surrounded him with shooters. With Griffin in the fold, more of a classic front court pairing for the Pistons.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. Steve, the Pistons, 4 shooters, 1 big man model. Much more common nowadays.
Yeah, well, the Pistons can stagger Drummond and Griffin's minutes to get more shooting on the floor. Even playing together, I think they complement each other pretty well.
Now here's Paul. With an average of around 19.5 points a game, his scoring has been a constant for them. Anthony in the corner. And another 3 for Houston.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
Kennard kicks to Griffin. Pistons passing it around. Drummond finds Jackson. Nailed from three-point land. Jackson's got 7. Rockets leading by 11. Harden outside. Outside Anthony. Paul outside. That's basket number 2 with his 3rd shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Nothing better than a hustle play like that. It gets the whole team amped up, sets the example for everyone.
Kennard kicks to Griffin. Outside Jackson. Rockets with the rebound. And this is their first time matched up with the Pistons this year.
And really, this is a team that expects to beat everyone when they step on the floor, but they were only able to split the series last year.
They are not short in confidence, but they can't get too carried away because it could cost them the game. Extending the lead, this has been a great period for him offensively.
Kennard kicks to Drummond. And there's the pass to Jackson. Again, the miss by Jackson. Houston leading by 15. Harden the pass to Paul. Back to Harden. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And Harden's such a creative scorer, especially when he gets in close to the basket.
You know, Steve, when it comes to playing with maximum intensity, who is at the top of the list for you?
Russell Westbrook by far. I mean, this guy right now is
yeah, right. I love
all
that.
Intensity. I think Draymond Green is another one of those guys.
Mind the lanes.
Marcus Smart. I think the Morris twins, those guys step up for me. Just speed and power. They play with a lot of intensity. Is all over their demeanor.
Pistons trail by 18. Now here's Bullock. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Here's Smith. Here's Pachulia. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And this is how Pachulia gets a lot of his points. Crashing the glass.
Outside, Green. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Green's got his first 3 points of the game.
And really, that's what built the early lead here. Killer shooting from beyond.
I love when a team comes out and establishes a three-point shot. Opens up the drive for later on. Yeah, going to the floater right there. That was pretty.
Houston leading by 17. The 3. And another 3 for Houston.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Detroit's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Smith kicks to Lure. Back to Smith. 6 on the shot clock. Detroit needs to get off a shot here. Lure can't hit. And it's Houston's ball. They're on an 18-7 run. Green taking his time here. Harden outside. Banked in off the glass. Harden's got 19 points.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Now, here's Bullock. He's guarded closely. And Lure wide open. He shoots it. That's a no-go, and he's still looking for his first bucket after 2 shots. There's Green with the 3, and another 3 for Houston.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Now Lure. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Robinson against Green. Great D that time from Green. Outside Gordon. Launches it. And it's Lure with the rebound. The Pistons have gone 7 of 15 from the field to this point. 1:44 left here in the opening quarter. Smith against Harden. Smith dishes to Robinson. It's stolen by Green. Gordon goes in to the paint. Tucker. Nice pass. Nice catch and a resounding dunk.
Oh, quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and offensively.
Terrific defensive instincts to come away with that one, and he showed no hesitation in how he completed that transition opportunity.
Here's Gordon. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Gordon's got his first bucket in this one.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Bullock passes to Lure. Back to Bullock. Can they get it? And there's the call on Pachulia. That is his first foul of the game. James Ennis, he'll check in for Green.
James Ennis.
Rockets on offense. Harden with it. He's coming off a 28-point game against Sacramento.
He also was very good distributing the basketball, keeping guys involved and engaged all night.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
That's his first.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Detroit shooting their first free throw of the night.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
Here is Harden. He's got 19. There's 21 seconds left to play here in the first. Harden draws the double, and John Lure gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
First personal foul.
.11 seconds left here in the opening quarter. It's stolen by Smith.
Only one player gets credit for the steal, but really both defenders made it happen on that one.
Draws contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line. That'll put Ish Smith on the line. It's going to be on James Harden. The Pistons have shot just 1 free throw earlier, 1 for 1 in the game. On the free throw, no good.
You know, the way he plays the game, he's always in attack. This is the one area I think he definitely has to improve on in his career. Ish Smith is knocking down free throws.
James Harden getting it done for the Houston Rockets. They kept going to him again and again, and he delivered with a monster quarter. And we'll be back with you shortly. A unique upbringing for Clint Capella. Spent years in a welfare orphanage in Switzerland. He said he never imagined he'd come this far.
Even as a kid, I wasn't even dreaming about that far. I always said it's even past my dreams. I mean, now I'm just living the moment, trying to work hard as I can, and just enjoy the present. Enjoy the present.
Just an inspiring story, Greg. It gives you perspective on why you should be grateful for everything you have.
Kevin, without a doubt, Capella's upbringing helped shape him, and the hard work he continues to put in is really admirable.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And quite a position here for the Rockets to be in. What do you think, guys?
They've gotten that perimeter game going in that first, and for me, that was the difference.
Hot right out of the gates, generating some early confidence and building on that lead.
2 shots.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter to play.
Take a break.
Detroit looking at who they've got. They've got Smith. John Lure's out there with Robinson. Then there's Reggie Bullock, and it's Pachulia in at the pivot, manning the middle. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
The Pistons went for it last season, bringing in Blake Griffin and trading away picks and players. Didn't work out the way they wanted, but they are determined to make a go of it. They're in a brand new building, and they hope that their moves in the future will draw fans back to the franchise. Kevin?
Good overview, David. Thank you. Harden hits them both. And sometimes innovations can bring you back to where you started, Steve. Could we see that with post play in the future?
You know, I don't know if it'll be a lot of post play from dominant bigs. I think the post play will come back a little bit more in the form of a lot of these smaller guards are posting up a little bit more than they did, I would say, in the last 5 or 6 years.
And it's another James Harden special we're witnessing here tonight. I think this fella's got some game.
Bullock kicks to Pachulia. Smith surveying the D. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Ish Smith, an excellent backup point guard, more than capable of holding down the starting spot as well.
And he's just had one attempt at the line earlier.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
Free throw good, Smith. Well, Steve, Ish Smith with speed to burn. Man, can he fly.
Like a rocket, he pushes the pace. As fast as he plays, he keeps his turnovers extremely low.
Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Robinson. Smith hits them both. Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. Smith against Harden. Kicks it to Ennis. Takes the three. Kept alive by Houston. Harden against Smith. Clock at 6. Back to Tucker. And Reggie Bullock gets the whistle that time.
Reggie Bullock.
That is his first foul of the game. And the Rockets making a change here. Paul's checked in.
Chris Paul.
And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Inside. And it's Gordon. That time on the assist by Paul. Gordon's got his second bucket of the night.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Kennard kicks to Pachulia. Dishes it to Smith. Here's Kennard. Offensive rebound. Pachulia. A reverse, and it's good on the layup. Pachulia's got his second bucket.
And so often when there's contact, Zaza's involved. This time shows good focus to complete the play.
Paul goes in, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
You know, when Chris Paul came to the Rockets, a lot of people questioned if he and James Harden would be able to share the ball. Both known for being ball-dominant guards, I think you'd have to say it's worked out pretty well.
2 shots.
First one falls for him. And I think Chris Paul never comfortable with that ball-dominant label, Greg. He'd never played with another guard who could create, certainly on the level of Harden.
No doubt about it. I mean, Mo Pete, J.J. Redick, guys who were great shooters, but really more off-the-ball players. Chris needed to be that kind of a playmaker, but with Harden, he has someone just as gifted at creating baskets for himself and others. And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Bullock passes to Jackson. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Gordon deciding where to go with it. Paul against Jackson. Shot clock at 6. A baseline J, and too long on the shot. And here's Griffin. He'll bring it up for Detroit. Out to the right wing. Knocked away. Outside Jackson. Passes it to Kennard. And now here comes Gordon leading the break. Let's take a brief moment to look at the 2K leaderboard with the list of the league's feistiest defensive teams. In third, the Rockets.
You can't get careless with the basketball against this group. I mean, they'll pick your pocket, and no surprise to see them in the upper echelon as far as steals.
And the first one at the line is good.
And Eric Gordon, the 2017 Sixth Man of the Year award winner. I mean, he has found a home and just been tremendously productive with the Rockets.
And he makes both free throws. Here's Kennard. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Griffin kicks to Jackson. His three-pointer's off the mark. And Gordon, also the winner of the 2017 three-point shootout. His long-range proficiency, a great fit on the Rockets.
You know, he's got that low set shot release, but, man, he gets it off with great volume and one of the more prolific three-point shooters in our league.
You know, and I'll tell you, he's got nothing here in the second quarter after just one made shot in the first.
Left block shot on the way. And again, it's the Pistons missing.
His lack of consistency with his shot tonight has held them back.
Out to Chris. No one near him. No good on that one. The Pistons go the other way with it. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Obviously, this has been a tough quarter for him, but he's still trying to keep a positive mindset.
Gordon finds Paul. And that one, good. Paul's got his third basket of the night right there.
The way Paul uses pace, the way he uses angles, absolutely fantastic.
Nice ball movement by Detroit. On the wing, Jackson. Jackson missing again.
Tough to cut into a lead when you can't make shots. He's been off all period.
And it's Gordon penetrating. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. Gordon's got 6 points in the quarter.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
Jackson kicks to Drummond. Outside Griffin. Pass to Kennard. Pass to Bullock. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Griffin. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Griffin's got his second bucket of the game to go. Houston's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. The drive by Paul. Can't hit from 12.
Lacking confidence right now in his offense. He's been shaky all period.
And the slam by Blake Griffin.
I love the way of Griffin. Eye on the prize, going after the rim. Is either going to dunk it or you're going to foul him. Blake Griffin, an all-star for his first 5 seasons in the NBA, but not the last 3. He's still an impact player, though. We'll see if he can crack the roster in the East.
Houston making a switch here. Anthony's checked in.
One shot, mind the lanes.
Griffin no good on the free throw. Well, as we all know, Blake Griffin, Steve, possessing breathtaking athleticism, but injuries certainly have been a concern.
You're right. A lot of it, just bad luck. A teammate falls on your knee. That kind of thing happens. But his skill level is starting to complement his power. I think he'll be fine.
It's fine to extend your defense to try and create turnovers, but guys have to help each other.
That's been a problem for them all game. Teamwork is something you just can't turn on and off.
Now here's Griffin. He has 6. Here's Kennard. And again, it's the Pistons missing.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
No good off the front iron. And so Griffin will bring it up for Detroit. Launches it. Pistons keep it alive. The pass to Kennard. Outside Griffin. From deep three-point range. Rockets with the rebound. Anthony's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. He kicks it to Paul. Outside Gordon. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That's on Reggie Jackson. And Greg, another free agent this past summer was Chris Paul. Many unsure of what his plans might be, but he made them very clear in a hurry.
Paul signing very early in free agency with the Rockets. Huge 4-year deal worth $160 million. Rockets are in win-now mode, and we're willing to commit the money to Paul to give them a shot at winning a title in the next few seasons.
Free throw, good, Paul.
After having no trips to the free throw line in the first period, he's being much more aggressive now.
Gerald Green, he's checked in for the Rockets. And so Paul nails both of them. Steve, we know you're not going to become an official anytime soon, but is there a rule you would change in the NBA right now if you could?
Yeah, I look at the zone defense. I would love to go back where you're guarding your guy in some form or fashion. I know when I played, there was totally different rules about the legal defense, and it was basically imaginary line right straight down the middle. If you crossed that line, you had to go and double team somebody. I look at it right now, there's teams that are so good, they're just kind of playing a zone, and it's forcing us to see teams take more three-point shots.
Now Jackson, following Chris Paul's three-point attempt. Passes to Jackson. Here's the 3. Chris with the rebound.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And the foul called on Blake Griffin. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
Oh no, he's the last guy you want to put on the line. You can just about book the points every time he steps up there.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops.
One of the game's best free throw shooter. Chris Paul is not a guy you like to foul.
Glenn Robinson, the third, is checked in for the Pistons. Ish Smith comes in for Reggie Jackson. And so Paul nails both of them. We know a lot of NBA players take how they've been rated in a video game, Steve, personally. You've made digital appearances during your career. Did you ever have any issues with the rating?
No, I didn't. And I think now these players, I grew up in this generation with video games, so yes, they take it personally. They understand, and they're playing these games while they're in the NBA. So a lot of them, just like when the media is all over them, they want to have a say-so on how good they are, even in a video game.
And he makes the first. And Blake Griffin draws a lot of fouls from the defense. And you look at his percentage, Steve, at the line, he's turned a weakness certainly into a strength.
It's been a reflection of his work ethic. Year after year, we've seen him make steady improvement at the line.
James Harden, he's checked in for Chris. And so he's able to get one of two.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
And the call will be against Luke Kennard. That's his third foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for two.
At the line for two.
Two shots.
And he knocks down the first one. As many expected him to, Carmelo Anthony choosing to opt into his contract, but his stay in Oklahoma City still came to an end.
You know, it was pretty clear that Melo and the team just didn't mesh. OKC made the choice to let him go and save on the luxury tax. Melo might not be worth max money anymore, but he could still be a factor with this team.
Now here's Drummond. He's coming off a 10-point game against Cleveland.
He owned the glass in that one, too. No one could put a body on him.
Here's Kennard, and Clint Capella is going to pick up a foul. That's his first foul. Nene, he's checked in for Capella. And the Pistons making a change here as well. Pachulia, he's checked in for Drummond. Pachulia the pass to Robinson. Got a piece of it, and that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession. Let's now pause to take a look at the scoring breakdown between the front and back court of tonight's contests for the Rockets.
And it's really been a big night for that backcourt. They've given their guards as much freedom as they want, and over again, those guys have come through.
6 to shoot. Fires from the wing. Nice jump shot. Good. Robinson's got 7 points in the game.
Wow, he doesn't make plays like that very often. That's a nice move inside.
Here's Paul. That's in for his 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip, 5 for 10.
Smooth, patient. Chris does a good job of working over that in-between area.
Here's Griffin, and that's good. Robinson picking up the assists. That's 10 points for Blake Griffin.
And they may be leaning a little too heavily on the three-pointer when there are better looks to be had inside.
Harden dishes to Paul. Back to Harden. The fadeaway, and the bank shot is good. Harden's got 26.
And I love seeing Harden get room to shoot from that mid-range position, an effective scorer in that area.
Griffin looking around, taken away by Anthony. And here we go with Anthony running it up the court, and it's Anthony with the jam.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight, just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Now here is Smith. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Cleveland. Misses from short range.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead. He has gotten into a great rhythm here in this quarter, playing with just bundles of confidence.
Nene against Pachulia. Pistons have converted 4 of 7 free throws on the night.
Foul. 5th team foul. At the line for the Pistons, Zaza Pachulia. 2 shots.
Two.
And he makes the first.
It's interesting. So many big, bruising centers in the league who can't shoot free throws, but Pachulia's actually pretty good at it.
P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for the Rockets. Then for the Pistons, Lure comes in for Blake Griffin. And Thomas subbed in for Kennard. And Pachulia drops them both. Houston's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Outside Anthony. From outside the arc. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got his 3rd assist on the night. We've got 1:18 left to play here in the half. Smith against Harden. Smith kicks to Robinson. And Thomas has it in the corner. Just 5 on the clock. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
I'll tell you, there's no quitting him when it comes to the offensive glass.
That's tipped. Stolen by Thomas. And here we go. The Pistons fast break. Harden trying to get open. That's basket number 2 with his 3rd shot off to a fast 2 for 3. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Houston Rockets. There's the lob to Harden. And the jam by Harden.
That is not supposed to happen. You're not supposed to throw an alley-oop from that kind of distance.
And then to dunk it with authority. Wow. And that unleashed chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. The shot's good from Smith.
A smooth play by Ish Smith. Under control off the pick, takes it himself.
And here's Harden. And he has 28 points for the game. On the wing, Green. This one for 3. That shot, no good. And so it's Houston, way out in front. Their lead at 38 points as we close out the quarter. And they've created a bunch of turnovers with that terrific D. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Carmelo looked like the offense was really working there. How were you guys able to get things going so well?
We got vets. We got guys that know how to play basketball. We come together as a team. We doing that, and we're just trying to take it one day at a time. That's it.
Well, thanks for your time, Carmelo. See you in the second half. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the 3rd quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks. Welcome back. This is Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal at 2K Sports. Let's talk first half. James Harden led the way in the first half. He ended up with 28 points, 3 assists, and 1 steal. The first 2 quarters went very well for him. Kenny, what'd you think about the Rockets?
What a true demonstration of dominance. They made a commitment to owning the glass, and they made good on it. Blocking out, competing hard in traffic. That's the way you should play on both ends of the court.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on Detroit?
Well, their sloppy play really surprised me, especially the turnovers. No matter who they had out there, they never seemed to be on the same page. Their only hope is to make every possession count, and that means taking care of the ball.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go over there.
Why you think they...
Day turning tonight here in the Southwest. We're in Houston. Welcome back, everyone.
My jump of what is a sprinkler? Nobody...
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
And every team needs this, a guy who challenges the defense with that slashing ability.
You know what? So many teams focus on the perimeter and alley-oops. It's important to have someone who can work that in-between area.
Do they got insurance for... Hey, get your numbers out.
The Pistons shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. The engine of this team, Paul and Harden in the backcourt. Chris is out there with Clint Capella. And it's Anthony in at the small forward. That's the 5 for Houston right now. And Capella sends it back. And the basket is good. Jackson's got the first basket of the third quarter for the Pistons.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Jackson against Paul. Pass to Harden. Rebound, Detroit.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
And Capella sends it back. And he gets it back. Now here's Griffin, covered by Chris. That one drops for him. That's 12 points for Blake Griffin.
This is what you want out of your offense. A high percentage look for Blake Griffin.
Paul finds Anthony. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got assist number 10 tonight with that last one. The Pistons have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Pass to Kennard. 90 seconds now into the second half. Griffin can't get it to go in. One item that stood out, their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it makes it really hard to defend.
Now here's Paul. He's got 17. And here's the fast break. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
The Pistons have made 2/3 of their free throws tonight. 6 of 9 to be exact.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good.
Luke Kennard, the 12th pick in the 2017 draft out of Duke, an outstanding shooter and has a lot more to show in his game.
Second free throw, no good. And Kennard, Smitty, went 1 pick in front of Rookie of the Year contender Donovan Mitchell. Some Piston fans ticked off about that.
Yeah, I understand. But he was top 20 in three-point percentage right out of the gates. It's not just about year one. I think Kennard has a chance to be good.
Here's Jackson. James Harden picking up that last basket. Over Paul. And it's good off the back rim and in. Jackson's got 4 points in the quarter.
When Jackson can't get all the way to the rim, this is his go-to. Shoots for a decent percentage from mid-range.
Capella, the pass to Paul. And there's the call on Andre Drummond. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Fires from 14.
Tremendous defense. Reggie has the quickness to stay on the ball and the long reach to affect the shot.
Here's Griffin. He feeds it to Drummond. Robinson kicks to Griffin. Jackson looking it over. 6 on the shot clock. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. The Rockets making a switch here. Gordon's checked in.
Eric Gordon.
Three minutes gone now in the third quarter. Jackson against Paul. He swipes the ball away again. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end.
The quickness of Chris Paul isn't limited to just his offense. He is an amazing defender who can really rack up the steals.
He's gone 6 of 6 from the free throw line.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
One shot, behind the legs.
And that one falls for Paul. The Pistons have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Kennard kicks to Drummond. Outside Jackson. Trains the three-pointer. Jackson's got 14.
Looking at Reggie's motion, it's a little bit of a push shot, but able to get it to go.
Outside Gordon. Back to Paul. Over Jackson. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Paul's got 22 points.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
Now here's Drummond. No points in the game yet for him. He dishes it to Robinson. Clock at 6. Chris with the rebound.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Teams that make their free throws, they're so tough down the stretch. Let's check out the best. In second, the Rockets.
You know, it's really a team-wide talent. You want to foul to stop layups, but against them, you're not saving much. They'll make you pay time and again.
The first free throw is good. Ennis, he's checked in for Houston. Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for Detroit. All free throws good from Eric Gordon. Detroit's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Kennard kicks to Griffin. Now the pass to Kennard. Drummond up top. Capella covering. Jackson from long range. That shot missing. And the Rockets take it the other way. Lets it go from deep. And it's Gordon missing. Griffin with it. Working on Chris. Griffin can't get it to go in.
You can't ask for a higher percentage look than the one that he got. I think he lost his concentration.
Paul with the ball, and Griffin picks him up defensively. And here's Griffin. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. Here's Kennard. On the wing, Jackson. No good on the triple. The Rockets have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. To the middle. Kicks it out to Gordon. Fires from deep. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. And that's 13 points for Eric Gordon.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Drummond finds Jackson over Paul. That misses off the backboard.
And you see why his reputation is so strong defensively. He allows no separation.
And so many defenses are not designed to take away the mid-range jumper, but he's given nothing away.
Now here's Paul. After the miss from Reggie Jackson, count the basket. And now 24 points for Chris Paul.
Early in this quarter, he's been aggressive and selective with his shots. Tremendous efficiency.
Here's Jackson. Sweet little floater.
If you play Reggie to take it all the way, this is what he can do. quick floater over the top.
Gordon, the pass to Capella. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got 7 rebounds in the game. Nice ball movement by Detroit. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paul.
And now a quick review at the numbers for Paul. Averaging about 19 points, 6 assists, and just over 2 steals. What incredible numbers. He has been a beast.
You know what? Everything is coming so easy for him right now, operating on the highest level.
Griffin, and then Griffin with the dunk.
If you allow Blake Griffin to get that close, the result, a dunk.
Paul against Jackson. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And Griffin, here we go. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And here's a look now at the shot chart showing the field goals attempted locations for Jackson.
And the story of the game for him has really been painful. I mean, he's tried to get things going, but for whatever reason, between the defense and just his rhythm tonight, the touch just hasn't been there.
The first free throw is good.
Despite all the injuries, Griffin was given the big contract. That kind of thing is a guessing game, but with high stakes.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Nene, he's checked in for Clint Capella. P.J. Tucker comes in for Marquise Chris. And it's Gerald Green in for Paul. Then for the Pistons, Pachulia. He's checked in for Drummond. And it's Ish Smith in for Luke Kennard. Blake Griffin hits them both. Houston's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Now here's Ennis. Not a lot of room. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. For Detroit, they've gone 6 of 14 since halftime. A little cold from the field. Jackson kicks to Griffin. Let's go. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. 18 points for Blake Griffin.
He's been this way all evening. You can see it in Griffin's eyes. He has scoring on his mind.
You know, and Reggie Jackson, a really solid first season and a half in Detroit, but the last 2 seasons, injuries have really held him back.
For Detroit, they've gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the third quarter. Griffin dishes to Smith. Now, here's Bullock. He's tightly guarded. Outside Griffin. Shot clock at 5. The putback, and the rebound goes to the Rockets. Inside, Griffin with the steal. Now Smith. He has 6. Kicks it to Pachulia. There's the dish to Griffin. Back to Pachulia. And he makes that one. Pachulia's got 8 points. And Reggie Jackson in 2016-17 battling knee tendonitis. Last season, Greg, a severe right ankle sprain.
I mean, he's so important in terms of his impact for the Pistons. An athletic, physical player. When he's right, he can be a difference maker on both ends.
Lewis checked in for Jackson. Smith against Gordon. Smith the pass to Bullock. Outside for Griffin. Goes up from the top of the key. It's good. That's 8 baskets for him now. 8 for 15 shooting.
His marksmanship this quarter has been unbelievable, yet they still trail in this game.
Nene outside. They get a hand on it. Fast break. Here they come. The finish. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. It's on Nene.
Oh, terrific pick. Then kicks it right ahead, turning defense into offense.
And on the other side, that's an annoying miscue. Total lack of focus.
Pistons have gone 9 of 13 from the line. The Rockets making a switch here. Anthony's checked in. Thomas checked in for Detroit.
One shot, gentlemen.
And that one misses. Well, with Reggie Bullock showing himself to be a terrific secondary scorer.
Doesn't try to do too much, hardly ever turns it over. He's gotten better at attacking and creating for himself and his teammates.
Smith kicks to Bullock. Tries from 10, 4 on the clock. The 3 from Thomas. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Nene's got 4 rebounds in this game. And Green with the basket on the assist by Ennis. Green's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And each bucket at this point feels like a backbreaker.
Showing no mercy, double-digit lead, and still putting it on him.
Now here is Smith. 6 points for him. And the layup is good. Smith's got 8 points.
Is he skinny? You bet. But Ish with enough strength to finish through contact.
Now here's Anthony. He's guarded by Bullock. And the wide open shot from Green. And another 3 for Houston.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Thomas finds Pachulia. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. James Harden, he's checked in for Ennis. And the Pistons making a change here as well. Robinson's checked in.
One shot.
And the free throw, no good. Houston's gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. Anthony, the pass to Nene. Releases. Houston working now with the new shot clock. Smith against Harden. Another shot. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
That's his 3rd personal foul. 4th team foul.
Nice work at the line so far, going 5 for 5.
Harden. 2 shots.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
And the first one at the line is good.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
And both free throws good for James Harden. And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for the Detroit Pistons. Outside Thomas. And Lure kicks to Smith. Floats one up. He lays it in. Smith's got 4 points now in the quarter.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Harden against Smith. Harden right side. 5 to shoot. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
And Harden proving why he's an elite ball handler. Absolutely cutting the D to pieces with his moves.
This will make 5 trips now to the free throw line for him tonight.
And a lot of his points coming by way of the free throw.
One shot behind the lanes.
Free throw good, James Harden. Here's Smith. 10 points for him. Passes it to Lure. Shoots over Tucker. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
Can't convert, but a good opportunity from mid-range. He'll take that every time.
And so it's Houston with a major 39-point lead here at the end of the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We'll return shortly. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Whatever the offense requires, that has to be your mindset. Always thinking team first.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. The Rockets shooting indicative of smooth offensive play, up at 60%. They're a machine from the floor. And on the floor for Detroit here in the fourth. John Lure's out there with Pachulia. Then there's Calderon. Then it's Johnson. And it's Thomas in at the shooting guard. Now Calderon. Brandon Knight missing on the three. Calderon with it. Now defended by Carter Williams. That shot a little beyond his normal range.
3 points.
Johnson's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for Detroit. Calderon against Carter Williams. And Jose Calderon gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Well, the NBA has had 3 referee crews for quite a while. Steve, do you think adding a 4th ref would help in any way?
No, I think it'll get a little bit crowded on the floor. I would love to see, I know they won't go back, I love the 2 referee situation. I look at it right now, referee A calls a call, referee B calls a call. It just feels like referee C has to make the next call or get up far as even with the other referees. I would love to see them go back to a 2 referee situation.
Detroit with the ball. Pistons passing it around.
That's going to drive your coach crazy. Protect the basketball. He lost focus for 1 second. There goes the possession.
Now here's Carter Williams. Knight on the wing. He's guarded by Thomas. Clock at 6. And there's the call on Pachulia. That's foul number 2 for him.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Green, the pass to Hartenstein. Just 5 on the clock. Jacks up a 3. The Rockets again can't hit. The Pistons shooting at 46%, making some buckets. To the middle, Pachulia finds Calderon. Pass to Lure. Out to the wing. Now here's Thomas. Defense right on him. Can't connect from 13 feet out.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Knight for 3. It's hauled in by Jose Calderon. When you look at today's NBA salaries, Steve, do you feel the responsibility to learn financial management falls mostly on the players, or should the league do even more to help them find out about what they're going to do with all this money?
You know, I think it's the responsibility of both. I think the Players Association, also the NBA, and I think organizations as well. I think you look at it, we're all involved to get a chance to help these youngsters. It's not easy for a 19-year-old, 20-year-old to become a millionaire overnight. That's just not something that you're used to, and handling that, it has been a problem for some players in the past. Attacking on the interior, I like that attitude.
Carter Williams kicks to Knight. Back to Carter Williams. Outside Knight. Can they get it? Hits the three-point bomb.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
Thomas against Knight. Lure with it. Pass to Calderon. 5 on the clock. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. And so it's Carter Williams. He'll bring up the ball for the Houston Rockets. Green kicks to Knight. Trying to find Green. He's got it now.
Detroit foul call. Stanley Johnson. That's his first personal foul. Shooting for Houston, Gerald Green. At the line for 2.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
Free throw drops for Green. There's only the Basketball Hall of Fame that is shared among all basketball organizations, Steve. Do you think there should be an NBA Hall of Fame?
You know, Kevin, I do. I mean, I love the way we've done it, and obviously it's been successful. But, you know, the Basketball Hall of Fame is your entire body of work. And I think sometimes we don't understand that that's from high school, college level into the NBA. Whereas, you know, there's some guys are making it because of that, and there's some guys getting slighted because of that. So I do think one day we should just have the NBA Hall of Fame, just like the NFL.
Knocked loose. Carter Williams against Calderon. No good. Shot missing. Some solid defense from Knight. Now the pass to Hartenstein. And it's sent back by Drummond.
The foot speed to get in position, the quickness of the jump. Drummond with raw talent as a shot blocker.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Galloway, the pass to Lure. Back to Galloway. They need this. He takes it up and lays it in.
Defensively, you know Galloway's looking for his shot coming off the screen. They gave him a little too much airspace. Boom.
Now, here is Knight. Tries it from 19. It's hauled in by Jose Calderon. The Pistons have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. And that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession. And the Rockets making a change here. Ennis is checked in. The NBA is so financially stable right now, Steve. What's it been like watching this growth for the league overall?
You know, I've loved it because I think the partnership has been phenomenal. The league is growing both for players and also organization. They've done a nice job of getting a chance to hammer out some of these issues, to making it worthwhile financially for the league and also financially for the players.
Here's Hartenstein. Good D by Drummond.
Fantastic rim protection. That's not in his wheelhouse to overcome.
Detroit, no good that time either. Houston's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Ennis kicks to Carter Williams. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
I like it. Strong move by MCW. Not the most powerful guy, but fights through the contact for a potential and one.
One shot. One shot.
And for the Pistons, they're shooting a pedestrian 36% in the fourth quarter. The offense not doing their best work of late. Right wing, here's Lure. And it's off from 3-point range. Here's Houston now. Big stretch here going 10-2. Carter Williams feeling it out a bit, dishes it to Knight. Carter Williams against Calderon, 5 to shoot. Carter Williams, the pass to Hartenstein. Over Drummond, Hartenstein can't get it to go. It's Calderon with the ball for the Pistons. Here's Johnson, shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. Johnson's got 5 points now this quarter. They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become.
Here's Carter Williams. It's stolen by Calderon. Johnson for 3. Drills it from outside. Johnson's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for the Pistons. Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, focus. Just make the simple play.
Now, here is Knight. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
You know, this is a time when you don't have to force anything. You're in command of this game.
Calderon against Carter Williams. Calderon kicks to Galloway. Over Knight. Galloway, no good. Houston's gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. Carter Williams laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
I like what MCW does in transition. The long strides, he eats up ground quickly.
Carter Williams against Calderon. Passes it to Galloway. Poked away, and it goes out of bounds. And last touch by Carter Williams. Nene, he's checked in for Houston. And the Pistons making a change here as well. Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for Stanley Johnson. Here's Galloway. And again, it's the Pistons missing.
Not a big threat from out there. You see why the defense backed off a little.
Pass to Nene. Here's Hartenstein. He's guarded by Bullock. Knight against Calderon. 5 to shoot. Down low and stolen by Drummond. Calderon taking his time here. He kicks to Galloway. Smitty, you're looking around the league right now. Certain players extremely smart. Which guys do you think will make the transition the easiest from player to coach?
You know, some guys that stick out. Chris Paul, I think Mike Conley, LeBron James, obviously. Those guys, they just stick out. You can see their coaches on the floor, Draymond Green. They just have a way because they have those leadership qualities, and also they play the game the right way. They have such a good understanding and a good feel. Those are some of the guys that stand out for me.
That was a good list. You're right.
At the line for your Rockets, Brandon Knight. Taking 2 shots.
First one falls for Gerald Green. He's checked in for Hartenstein. Detroit also making some changes. Pachulia comes in for Drummond. And Thomas subbed in for Jose Calderon. Knight hits them both. Here's Galloway. Poked loose. Pass to Bullock. Now here's Lure, guarded by Tucker. Just 5 to shoot. And it's Bullock missing.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Now here's Nene. Knight taking his time here. Nene down low. Goes up against Pachulia. From deep, Green. And Galloway pulls it down. Detroit's gone 2 of 5 on 3-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket.
And you just get the sense the whole period he's been a bit out of sync.
Yep, trying to shoot himself back into this. Regain some confidence first.
Now here's Ennis. Outside Knight. And that's going to be a treble. Steve, looking around the league, name a few current players who you think will go down as the greatest in their franchise's history.
Well, the one name that comes to mind first is LeBron James. In several franchises he's played for. Also, Dirk Nowitzki. Reason why he's a fantastic player. He's only been with one franchise, the Dallas Mavericks. I think Steph Curry. I think Russell Westbrook. And I think James Harden. Obviously, in Houston, you have Akeem Olajuwon. He has a chance if he can win the MVP and keep playing at this level for several more years.
Good examples. Pachulia finds Calderon. Back to Pachulia. And here's Bullock. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will, and you can safely say mission accomplished now for Houston.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for James Harden.
What you like about his approach at the offensive end today, once he got into a rhythm, he stayed focused. That's why the points just kept coming.
Now, here's Thomas. Stolen by Tucker. And here is Knight. And it's Nene, top of the key. Kicks to Ennis. It's off. So we see Houston taking the W here, and the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Carmelo, what did you like best about the win tonight?
We just played hard. We came out here ready to play. We jumped out there quick on the defensive end, and offensively we got it going again. And it was a great team win today, though.
Everybody contributing. Carmelo, thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, David Aldridge, Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.